Have you ever poured every ounce of your soul into a goal, grinding through sleepless nights, wrestling with doubt, fear, and exhaustion, only to feel like no one sees your struggle? You rise before dawn, push past the weight of self-doubt, and carry on. Yet the world offers no applause, no nod of recognition. Just you, alone with your thoughts, whispering, "Is this even worth it?" The answer is a resounding yes, but only if you embrace the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, a philosophy forged by titans like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. This is for you, the silent warrior battling unseen wars, yearning for strength that doesn't need a spotlight. Welcome to Stoic Pulse, where we uncover the Stoic rules that transform quiet effort into unshakable power. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In that truth lies the heart of Stoicism. Real growth doesn't shout, it builds in silence. This video is your guide to mastering that silence, to finding clarity amid chaos, and to forging a will so strong that results speak louder than words. We'll walk through 8 Stoic principles, each a beacon to light your path. Principles that don't promise fleeting motivation, but deliver enduring grit. Imagine standing taller, not because others see you, but because you've mastered yourself. If you're ready to turn your silent struggles into triumphs, stay with us. Subscribe to Stoic Pulse on YouTube, and let's embark on this journey, step by quiet step, toward a life dyed with the color of your strongest thoughts. Principle 1. Master, don't show emotions. The path of Stoicism begins where your inner world meets the chaos outside. You felt it. That spark of anger when someone cuts you off in traffic, the sting of hurt when a colleague dismisses your work, or the urge to snap back when life feels unfair. In those moments, who's steering the ship? Are you commanding your emotions, or are they commanding you? This is where our first Stoic principle takes root. Master your emotions. Don't let them spill out for the world to see. Stoicism isn't about bottling up feelings. It's about choosing when and how to act on them, crafting a fortress of calm within you. Let's dive into a story that brings this to life, because somewhere in it, you might see a piece of yourself. Picture Sarah, a high school teacher in a bustling city. One morning, a student, frustrated and defiant, hurls an insult at her in front of the class. The room goes quiet, eyes locked on Sarah. Her heart races, her cheeks flush. Every instinct screams to fire back, to put the student in their place. But Sarah pauses. She takes a deep breath, counts to 3, and responds with a calm question. "What's going on with you today?" The student, disarmed, mumbles an apology. The class moves on, but something shifts. Sarah's composure doesn't just diffuse the moment, it earns her respect that no outburst could. She didn't suppress her anger, she mastered it, channeling it into a response that held the room together. This is Stoic strength in action. Not loud, not showy, but deliberate and powerful. Epictetus, the Stoic sage, taught us, "You have power over your own actions and emotions. The rest is not in your control. Your emotions are your domain, a sacred ground only you can guard. Let them spill unchecked, and you hand the keys to anyone who provokes you." Think about the last time you snapped in frustration. Maybe at a slow cashier or a demanding boss. Did yelling make the line move faster? Did venting change the deadline? More likely, it left you drained, maybe even ashamed, as the moment's heat faded. Stoicism teaches that emotional control isn't about being cold. It's about being intentional. It's like owning a powerful speaker. Blasting it at full volume might feel good, but turning it down makes people lean in to hear you. When you master your emotions, you don't just react, you respond with purpose. Now imagine a city bus driver weaving through rush hour chaos. Horns blare, passengers grumble, traffic crawls. If he let every glare or complaint sink under his skin, he'd unravel by the third stop. Instead, he breathes, focuses on the wheel, and keeps driving. His calm isn't weakness, it's command. He knows that just because others are angry, he doesn't have to be. Just because someone's rude, he doesn't need to mirror their chaos. That's the Stoic way, staying centered no matter the storm. When you show the world what makes you angry or sad, you expose a vulnerability. But when you pause, observe, and choose your response, you become untouchable. Here's a simple habit to start today. Delay your reaction by 3 seconds. When irritation flares, someone cuts you off, a coworker snaps, or life throws a curveball, pause, ask yourself, is this worth my calm? 9 times out of 10, the answer is no. In those 3 seconds, you reclaim the wheel, steering your mind back to what matters. This isn't easy. Staying calm when insulted or misunderstood feels like lifting a weight you didn't choose. But that's where real mastery lies, not in shouting your truth, but in living it quietly. Epictetus reminds us that other people's chaos is their business. Your emotions, that's your kingdom. Guard it fiercely. Try this now. Think of a moment today when you felt your temper rise. Did you react or did you choose? If you slipped, don't dwell. Just resolve to pause next time. That small act builds a muscle, one that grows stronger with every quiet choice. As you move forward, you'll feel a shift, a pride that needs no applause, a strength that no one needs to see. This is just the beginning. Stay with Stoic Pulse as we uncover the next principle, because your journey to inner command is only getting started. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and let's keep forging that unshakable will, one silent step at a time. Principle 2, no comparison, just growth. You've begun to master your emotions, steering your inner world with calm precision. But as you walk this Stoic path, a subtle trap waits to pull you off course. The urge to glance sideways, to measure your life against someone else's. One scroll through social media, and you're hit with images of others' victories. New promotions, flawless routines, lives that seem to outshine yours. Suddenly, your quiet progress feels small, your efforts insignificant. Why does their path look so much brighter? This is where our second Stoic principle anchors you. Let go of comparison and focus on your own growth. Stoicism teaches us to run our own race, measuring progress not against others, but against who we were yesterday. Let's step into a story that shows what happens when you stay true to your path. Meet Liam, a graphic designer working out of a cramped studio in Chicago. While his peers posted sleek portfolios online, racking up likes and industry awards, Liam poured his nights into mastering light, shadow, and color. Friends teased him for obsessing over old-school techniques when algorithms ruled the design world. Social media screamed at him, "You're falling behind!" But Liam kept his head down, sketching, refining, experimenting. He didn't post a single update, didn't chase trends. 3 years later, a client shared one of his designs, a vibrant poster for a local festival. It went viral not because Liam sought fame, but because his work spoke. Galleries called, clients lined up, and his peers, once loud with their accolades, asked, "How did you do it?" Liam just smiled. "I worked on me." His story isn't about outshining others. It's about outgrowing his former self. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, wrote, "You have to persevere and fortify your pertinacity until the will to good becomes a disposition to good." Comparison is a distorted mirror. It twists your worth to fit someone else's frame. When you measure your life against their highlight reels, you're not just distracted, You're racing in a competition you never signed up for. Think about it. How often have you felt deflated after scrolling through posts of perfect lives? That sting isn't a sign you're failing. It's a signal you're looking in the wrong direction. Stoicism doesn't ask you to stop striving. It urges you to grow without needing to prove you're better than anyone else. Your only rival is the person you were yesterday. Here's a tool to break the comparison trap. Create deliberate silence. The next time you're tempted to scroll through someone else's story, pause for 10 seconds. Ask yourself, is this helping me live better? If the answer's no, put the phone down. Pick up a pencil, read a page, or take a walk. Do something that's yours. Another habit, keep a progress log. Each night, write one sentence. How was I better than yesterday? Maybe you stayed patient in a tense meeting, read an extra chapter, or sketched a new idea. These quiet wins don't trend online, but they build a foundation no one can shake. Like a tree growing taller in silence, your growth doesn't need a hashtag. It needs consistency. Picture yourself as a runner on a forest trail. Every glance at another's pace slows you down, risks a stumble, but when you focus on your own stride, each step carries you closer to your destination. Liam didn't win by running faster than his peers. He won by staying on his path. You can too. Stop asking, why am I not there yet? Instead ask, am I further than I was? That shift frees you from the noise, letting you hear your own voice, calm, clear, and yours alone. Seneca's words remind us that true growth is a habit forged in persistence, not a race against others. Try this today. Before bed, write down one way you improved, no matter how small. Don't share it, let it be yours. As you build this habit, you'll feel a quiet strength rising, a clarity that no comparison can dim. The Stoic path is unfolding, and Stoic Pulse is here to guide you. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and let's keep moving forward, one steady step at a time, toward a life where your growth speaks louder than any spotlight. Principle 3, let results talk. You've learned to master your emotions, steering through storms with calm resolve. You've turned your gaze inward, measuring growth against your own past, not others' highlights. Now, as you walk this Stoic path, a new truth emerges. The loudest voice isn't the one shouting plans or promises. It's the quiet power of results. In a world obsessed with showcasing every step, where people post their gym check-ins after one workout or announce grand ambitions before they've begun, Stoicism offers a radical shift. Let your results do the talking. Our third principle is about building in silence, trusting that your work will speak when the time is right. Let's step into a story that shows this principle in action, because it might just mirror your own quiet fight. Meet Elena, a single mother working as a cashier in a small town. By day, she scanned groceries. By night, she studied accounting on a second-hand laptop, her kids asleep nearby. No one knew. She didn't post about late-night study sessions or share motivational quotes. Friends shared their own wins online, new jobs, vacations, degrees. But Elena kept her focus on her textbooks, her notes, her practice exams. Doubts crept in. Am I too old for this? Will this even pay off? Yet she persisted silently, month after month. One day, her manager noticed her knack for numbers and offered her a bookkeeping role. The promotion tripled her income, giving her family stability. When coworkers asked how she did it, Elena just said, "I studied." Her results, a secure future for her kids, spoke louder than any announcement ever could. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." Words don't build outcomes, actions do. In our noisy world, it's tempting to broadcast every effort to seek likes for a single push-up or a half-read book. But that's a trap. Announcing your plans scatters your energy, trading focus for fleeting praise. Think about it. Have you ever shared a goal too soon, only to feel the pressure of eyes watching you? That weight can paralyze, pulling you from the work itself. Stoicism teaches that real strength lies in doing, not declaring. Like a river carving a canyon, your efforts shape something enduring, quietly, steadily, undeniably. Here's a challenge. Work in silence for 90 days. Pick one goal, learning a skill, improving your health, writing a story, and don't tell a soul. No posts, no updates, no hints. Just do the work. Write one sentence to yourself each night. I did it. That simple act is like laying a stone in a foundation no one sees yet. Elena didn't need to announce her studies. Her promotion was the proof. When you stop seeking applause, your focus sharpens, like an arrow flying straight to its mark. The world may crave performers, but Stoics build in the shadows, letting their outcomes light the way. Imagine a tree in a forest, growing tall without a single boast. When its fruit ripens, everyone notices. No need for the tree to shout. That's you nurturing your goals in silence. Ask yourself, are you working to build something real or just to be seen as hardworking? The answer stings, but it's freeing. When you let go of the need to be noticed, you pour all your energy into what matters. Try this today. Pick one task, complete it quietly, and don't share it. Feel the weight lift as you realize the work itself is enough. Your results will speak, not in noise, but in change. Change that others will see, not because you told them, but because you became it. This Stoic journey is gaining momentum, and you're not alone. Each principle builds on the last, forging a stronger you. Stay with Stoic Pulse as we uncover the next lesson, because your quiet work is shaping a life of purpose. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and let's keep building, one silent result at a time, toward a future that speaks for itself. Principle 4, control what you can. You've tamed your emotions, turned away from comparison, and let your results speak in silence. Now, as you carve this Stoic path, a new challenge looms. The weight of a world you can't bend to your will. Deadlines shift, plans unravel, and chaos swirls. Traffic jams, a friend's betrayal, or a storm on the day you needed sun. It's easy to feel like you're drowning in what you can't change. But Stoicism offers a lifeline. Control what you can and let the rest go. This fourth principle isn't about forcing the world to obey. It's about mastering your own ship, steering through the storm with steady hands. Let's step into a story that shows this truth in action, because it might just light the way for your own journey. Meet Raj, a small business owner running a cafe in a coastal town. When a global supply chain crisis hit, his coffee bean shipments stopped and prices soared. Customers grumbled, bills piled up, and panic crept in. Raj could have cursed the economy or blamed suppliers, but he knew those were beyond his reach. Instead, he focused on what he could control. He spent evenings calling local farmers, negotiating deals for regional beans. He tweaked his menu, trained his staff to pitch the new blends, and even roasted some batches himself. Within months, his cafe thrived, known for its unique local brews. Customers returned, not because the crisis ended, but because Raj acted where he had power. His cafe didn't just survive, it became a beacon of resilience. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, wrote, "There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will." This isn't a call to be passive, it's a command to be strategic. Every day you're bombarded by things you can't control, a co-worker's mood, a delayed flight, or a sudden expense. Fighting them is like wrestling the wind. It leaves you exhausted, going nowhere. But when you shift your energy to what's yours, you feel lighter, stronger, like a gardener tending only their plot, not the entire field. Raj couldn't fix global trade, but he could call one farmer, adjust one recipe. That's where his power lay, and it changed everything. Think about the last time you felt stuck. Maybe a project stalled, or a loved one let you down. Did stressing over it move the needle, or did it just drain you? Stoicism asks you to pause and sort the world into two buckets: what you can control and what you can't. Your actions, your mindset, your effort, those are yours. The rest, let it go. Here's a habit to try today. Every morning, write down 3 things you can control. Maybe it's drinking a glass of water, writing 1 paragraph, or walking for 15 minutes. Do them and feel the ground solidify beneath you. It's not about ignoring the chaos, it's about refusing to let it steer you. Picture yourself in a rowboat on a turbulent river. You can't calm the current, but you can grip the oars, adjust your course, and keep rowing. That's Stoic freedom. When Raj focused on his oars, his calls, his menu, he didn't just save his cafe, he found clarity. You can too. The next time tension rises, pause for 5 seconds and ask, is this in my control? If it's not, release it. If it is, act. This simple question is your compass, guiding you back to what's yours. Ask yourself now, how much energy do you spend on things you can't change? Be honest. That number isn't just a measure of stress, it's a map to where your power lies. Your Stoic journey is building strength, brick by silent brick. You're not just enduring, you're commanding your path. Stay with Stoic Pulse as we uncover the next principle, because each step sharpens your resolve. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and let's keep rowing through the chaos, one controlled action at a time, toward a life where your will shapes your destiny. Principle 5, no complaints, just action. You've forged a path of inner strength, mastering your emotions, ignoring comparisons, letting your results speak, and focusing on what you can control. But as you walk this Stoic road, a subtle habit can erode your progress. The reflex to complain, the traffic's too slow, the workload's unfair, the weather's miserable. How easily we let these gripes spill out, draining our energy like water poured onto barren ground. Our 5th principle cuts through this trap. No complaints, just action. Stoicism teaches that grumbling about life's obstacles doesn't move you forward. It chains you to them. Instead, channel your energy into what you can do. Let's dive into a story that brings this to life, because it might just spark a shift in how you face your daily battles. Meet Mia, a graphic designer stuck in a daily commute through gridlocked city streets. Every morning she used to groan about the traffic, muttering about reckless drivers or faulty signals. Her frustration spilled into her day, souring her mood before she even reached her desk. One day, tired of feeling powerless, Mia decided to stop. Instead of cursing the cars, she loaded an audiobook on Stoicism and listened during her commute. Over weeks, she absorbed lessons from philosophers, took notes during stops, and even practiced breathing exercises at red lights. By the time she arrived at work, she wasn't drained. She was inspired, armed with new ideas. Her colleagues noticed her focus, her creativity soared, and her days felt lighter. Mia didn't change the traffic. She changed her response to it, turning wasted time into growth. Seneca, the Stoic sage, wrote, "There is no person so severely punished as those who subject themselves to the whip of their own remorse." Complaining is that whip, a self-inflicted wound that feels good in the moment but leaves you raw. Think about the last time you vented about a slow computer, a rude coworker, or a rainy day. Did your words fix the issue, or did they just amplify your frustration, making the problem loom larger? Stoicism reveals a hard truth. Complaints are a choice, a reflex that steals your power. Like honking in a traffic jam, they're loud but useless, irritating you more than anyone else. The Stoic response? Shift from whining to doing, from resistance to action. Here's a tool to break the cycle. Reframe your complaints as questions. Instead of saying, "This project is killing me," ask, "How can I tackle one part of it today?" Instead of, "My boss is impossible," try, "What skill can I sharpen to make this easier?" This shift isn't about ignoring problems. It's about solving them where you can. Mia didn't control the traffic, but she controlled her commute's purpose. Try this today. Catch yourself the next time you start to complain. Pause, take a breath, and ask, "What can I do right now?" Maybe it's organizing your desk, learning one new feature of that slow software, or simply smiling through the rain. These small actions stack up, building momentum where complaints only stall. Picture yourself as a builder on a rocky site. Every time you complain about the uneven ground, you stop laying bricks. But when you focus on placing one stone at a time, the wall rises no matter the terrain. That's Stoic action, quiet, deliberate, unstoppable. Ask yourself, how many complaints have you voiced in the last day? Each one is energy you could have spent building. The strongest people aren't those who never face obstacles. They're the ones who act despite them, silently choosing progress over protest. Mia's commute became her classroom because she stopped grumbling and started acting. You can too. Your Stoic journey is gaining ground, each principle a step toward a life of purpose. The next lesson awaits, ready to deepen your resolve. Stay with Stoic Pulse as we uncover it, because every action you take shapes who you're becoming. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and let's keep building, one quiet choice at a time, toward a life where your actions drown out the noise of complaints. Principle 6. Progress is private. Your Stoic journey has taught you to master your emotions, shun comparisons, let results speak, focus on what you control, and trade complaints for action. Now, as you build this quiet strength, a deeper truth emerges. The most profound progress happens out of sight, away from the world's gaze. In an age where every step begs to be shared, every workout posted, every book flaunted, every goal announced, Stoicism calls you to a different path. Keep your progress private. This sixth principle isn't about hiding. It's about protecting your growth, letting it take root in silence, like a seed beneath the soil. Let's step into a story that brings this to life, because it might reflect the quiet victories you're chasing. Meet Aisha, a barista in a bustling city cafe who dreamed of becoming a poet. After long shifts, she'd sit in her tiny apartment, scribbling verses by lamplight. No one knew, not her coworkers, not her friends, not even her family. She didn't post her drafts online or seek likes for her lines. Instead, she filled notebooks, refining her words, wrestling with metaphors in solitude. Doubts whispered, "Who reads poetry anymore? Why bother?" But Aisha kept writing, not for applause, but for the truth her words held. Years later, she submitted a collection to a small press. It was published, quietly celebrated, and soon her poems were read in bookstores across the city. When a friend asked why she never shared her journey, Aisha said, "Because it was mine to build." Her progress, nurtured in private, became her power. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, wrote, "Perform every act as if it were your last, without recklessness or hypocrisy." Publicizing your efforts risks turning them into a performance, a show for others' eyes. True progress, staying calm when provoked, giving a loved one your full attention, or mastering a new skill, doesn't need a stage. Think about the last time you started something new. Did you rush to tell someone? To post a photo, as if it didn't count unless seen? That urge pulls you from the work, scattering your focus. Stoicism teaches that what you keep private becomes truly yours. Like a tree's roots, your deepest growth happens unseen, building strength no spotlight can shake. Here's a habit to try. Start a private journal. Each day, write one line about a small win. Maybe you held your temper, read a page, or took a step toward your goal. Don't share it. Let it be yours alone. Aisha's notebooks weren't for Instagram. They were for her soul. This practice isn't about secrecy. It's about preserving your energy for what matters. When you stop seeking validation, you free yourself to grow without pressure. Ask yourself, are you working for results or for the appearance of effort? The answer might sting, but it's a compass pointing you back to your path. Picture a river shaping a canyon, drop by drop, unseen by the world. That's your progress. Quiet, steady, transformative. Aisha's poems didn't need hashtags. Their beauty spoke when the time came. You can do the same. Try this today. Pick one goal, learning a language, exercising, writing, and commit to keeping it private for 30 days. No posts, no announcements, just you and the work. Feel the clarity as you focus inward, building something real. The world may crave performers, but Stoics grow in silence, crafting victories that endure. Your journey is becoming a fortress, each principle a stone laid with purpose. You're not just moving forward, you're shaping a life of depth. Stay with Stoic Pulse as we uncover the next principle, because every private step strengthens your core. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and let's keep nurturing your growth, one silent victory at a time, toward a life where your progress speaks louder than any proclamation. Principle 7. Silence keeps you focused. Your Stoic journey has sculpted a resilient core. You've mastered your emotions, sidestepped comparison, let your results shine, focused on what you control, traded complaints for action, and nurtured progress in private. Now, as you forge ahead, a new challenge tests your resolve. The urge to broadcast your efforts, to shout your plans to the world. In an era where every goal is a post, every milestone a story, Stoicism offers a counterpath. Silence keeps you focused. This seventh principle isn't about staying hidden. It's about guarding your energy, channeling it into the work that matters. By keeping your goals quiet, you shield your mind from distraction and ego. Let's walk into a story that brings this to life, because it might echo the focus you're striving for. Meet Tom, an office clerk with a dream to run a marathon. He didn't tell his coworkers or post about his training. No sunrise jog selfies, no apps tracking his miles for likes. Instead, Tom laced up his shoes at dawn, ran through quiet streets, and logged his progress in a small notebook. Friends boasted about their gym routines or weekend 5Ks, but Tom stayed silent even when doubts gnawed. Am I too slow? Will I ever finish? For months he ran, stretched, and studied pacing, all in private. Race day came, and Tom crossed the finish line, sweat-soaked but smiling. When a friend saw his finisher's medal and gasped, "You never said anything." Tom replied, "I didn't need to. I was running for me." His focus, unbroken by chatter, carried him 26.2 miles. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, wrote, "Let silence be your goal for the most part. Say only what is necessary and in few words." Announcing your plans risks an ego trap, where the thrill of sharing mimics the reward of doing. Studies show that publicizing goals can sap motivation, giving your brain a premature hit of satisfaction, as if you've already won. Think about a time you shared a big plan, learning a skill, starting a project, only to lose steam under the weight of expectations. That's the trap. Every post, every boast, scatters your focus, like a builder pausing to show off each brick instead of raising the wall. Silence, Stoicism teaches, is a shield, keeping your energy locked on the task. Here's a practice to try. Commit to a 30-day silence pact. Pick a goal, writing daily, exercising, learning a new craft, and tell no one. Each day, jot one line in a private notebook. Did it. No fanfare, no proof for others, just a quiet promise to yourself. Tom's notebook wasn't for show, it was his anchor. This habit sharpens your focus, freeing you from the need to perform. Ask yourself, are you working for the goal or the glory of being seen? The truth might pinch, but it points you back to purpose. Silence isn't emptiness. It's a forge where your will is shaped, undisturbed. Picture a castle rising in a forest, brick by brick, unseen by passers-by. That's your work. Steady, deliberate, hidden until it stands tall. Tom's marathon wasn't won in posts, it was won in silent miles. You can do the same. Try this today. Choose one task and keep it quiet. Feel the clarity as you work without eyes on you. The world may clamor for noise, but Stoics thrive in focus, building strength that needs no announcement. Your progress is yours, a fire kindled in silence. Your Stoic path is becoming a fortress, each principle a stone laid with intent. The next lesson awaits, ready to deepen your focus even further. Stay with Stoic Pulse as we uncover it, because every silent step builds a stronger you. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and let's keep forging one focused effort at a time toward a life where your work shines brighter than any words. Principle 8, no need for recognition. Your Stoic journey has forged a resilient core. You've tamed your emotions, ignored comparisons, let your results shine, focused on what you control, traded complaints for action, nurtured private progress, and sharpened your focus through silence. Now, as you near the end of this path, a final temptation lingers. The craving for recognition, the pull to be seen for your efforts. In a world where likes, claps, and shout-outs measure worth, it's easy to tie your value to others' praise. But Stoicism offers a liberating truth. You don't need recognition to thrive. This 8th principle teaches that true strength comes from acting for purpose, not applause. Let's step into a story that brings this to life, because it might mirror the quiet resolve you're building. Meet Javier, a mechanic in a small town, who noticed his neighborhood's community garden wilting from neglect. While others posted about local issues online, Javier spent his weekends quietly rebuilding it. He weeded, planted, and repaired benches, never mentioning his work. No social media updates, no calls for volunteers, just Javier, his tools, and the soil. Doubts crept in. Why am I doing this? No one cares. But he kept going, driven by the thought of kids playing in a green space. Months later, families gathered in the revived garden, laughing and planting flowers. A neighbor asked, "Who did this?" Javier shrugged. It needed doing. His work didn't need a spotlight. Its impact lit up the community, earning quiet respect that outshone any post. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid with regard to external things." Seeking recognition is like chasing a mirage. It feels good but leaves you empty. Think about a time you did something well, maybe finished a tough task or helped someone, and waited for a thank you that never came. Did the lack of praise diminish the act? Or did it reveal a deeper truth, that the work's value lies in its purpose, not in others' nods? Stoicism teaches that recognition is fleeting, like sugar, sweet but not sustaining. When you chase it, you shift from creating to performing, losing the joy of the act itself. Here's a practice to root out this need. After completing a task, writing a page, fixing something, or being kind, write one sentence to yourself. I did it. Don't share it. Let it sit, a private nod to your purpose. Javier didn't need a crowd to validate his garden. Its blooms were enough. Try this today. Do one thing, a workout, a kind word, a small step toward a goal, and keep it to yourself. Feel the freedom as you realize the act is enough. Ask yourself, are you working for the result or for the applause? The answer might sting, but it's a beacon guiding you back to why you started. Picture a lighthouse standing steady on a rocky shore. It doesn't shout about its light. It simply guides ships through the dark. That's you, acting for purpose, not praise. Javier's garden didn't need a hashtag. Its revival spoke louder than words. You can do the same. Commit to one goal, learning, creating, giving, and let it grow without seeking eyes. The world may crave performers, but Stoics build for meaning. Their work a quiet flame that needs no fanfare. When you let go of recognition, you find a strength that's yours alone, unshaken by others' silence. Your Stoic path is nearly complete, each principle a stone and a fortress of purpose. One final lesson awaits. Ready to tie this journey together? Stay with Stoic Pulse as we uncover it, because every purposeful act shapes who you're becoming. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and let's keep building, one quiet deed at a time, toward a life where your purpose outshines any need for praise. You've walked a Stoic path, forging strength through mastered emotions, unshaken by comparisons, with results that speak, actions within your control, progress kept private, focus honed in silence, and purpose free from praise. These 8 principles, rooted in the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, are not mere ideas. They're a blueprint for a life of quiet triumph. Marcus Aurelius said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Your thoughts, shaped by these Stoic lessons, are dyeing your soul with resilience, purpose, and calm. The world is loud, clamoring for attention, but you've learned to be the steady one, acting, not announcing, building, not boasting. Your life, transformed in silence, becomes a beacon others notice, not because you shouted, but because you changed. This journey isn't about fleeting inspiration. It's about living true to your values day by quiet day. Start now. Choose one principle, perhaps pausing before reacting or keeping a goal private, and apply it today. Feel the shift as your actions align with your deepest self. The Stoic path is long, but you're not alone. Stoic Pulse is here to guide you, step by step, through the timeless wisdom that turns struggles into strength. If these principles stirred something in you, sparked a resolve to live with deeper purpose, join our community. Subscribe to Stoic Pulse on YouTube, and let's walk this path together, exploring Stoic rules that transform lives. Your quiet triumphs are building something extraordinary. No fanfare needed, just the courage to act. Take that step today, and let your soul shine with the color of Stoic strength.